Morning, we're here to look at the spotted turtles today. We've had a bit of an adventure with them. What I'll do, I'll let you enjoy a little watch of them swimming about, and I'll tell you what happened. So, if you've seen his other videos, you'll notice that they've got in a different enclosure. They were in a completely water enclosure before, which maybe wasn't the best for them. They seem to be enjoying this new enclosure with some sand dunes we've put in for them here. So what actually happened was, I came out to check them a few days ago. Just moved my shadow out of the way. About 2-3 days ago, I think, early part of the week it was. And I noticed that this netting here that protects them was all bored in. Look, we have got some pigeons in garden, and I thought one of them had landed for a drink, pushed it down, and it was sat in the water with the netting. So I kind of thought, knowing turtles like I do, I thought there's every chance that it might have used it as a ladder and climbed down. So I had a hunt down for the turtles, and I couldn't find any. So the following day, the beautiful camerawoman had a hunt round. She only found one. One was definitely missing. We took the whole pool apart, hence why we've had to rebuild it differently. He's coming out for a little bask. The sun is out. So we took the whole pool apart. Oh, there's a little snail there as well. Now snails I don't think can swim. So if anyone knows how that snail has got on this floating log, put it in the comments and let me know. So we had a little look around and we thought, if it's definitely climbed out, it will climb to the edge of its enclosure and then fallen out. If you've seen these before, they're stood on legs. So it's about a 2-foot drop, maybe a bit more for them. And we had a scout round the garden, so we had a fingertip search. We pulled out the big pond, I don't know if you've ever seen that. Just come back and see the big pond. We took that apart, looked round the back of it, no sign of it. I had a look under the fence panel to see whether it had gone into next door. Even had a look in next door's garden, no sign of the turtle. By the way, it was this one here with the blemishes on the shell that escaped. So just to the left of that enclosure is my daughter's Wendy house. You have a little look at that. And we kind of thought that if I were a little turtle, I would have made my way there and gone straight underneath the Wendy house. So my beautiful cameraman had an idea that maybe she'd get the hose pipe and she'd try and hose it under there and wash out whatever's under there. Now we did unearth a lot of toads in the garden while we were searching for them. And I thought it was a bit of a silly idea at first. I said it won't work. But then I changed my mind and I said, go on, have a go. So you hosed it under. Do you want to pick up the story from there?
Yeah, I was just watching and there was some little air bubbles coming up. And I thought, maybe. So I just stood and watched and took my shadow out of the way. And the next minute, out he came.
So you got my beautiful spotted turtle back for me. I was that pleased to have it back. I was so upset all night. Well, it's been about 2-3 days hiding under there. Well, it's been a bit cool. It's sunny today, but it's been a bit cool as the weather. But these guys are pretty tough, so it was totally okay. A little bit, well, it wasn't even that dry really, because it was a bit damp under there, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were finding them initially. Normally we leave them quite happy because they've got some algae on the legs.
Yeah, they've got a bit of algae, so we're going to bring them in and leave them overnight with some fin rot that you get for tropical fish. Usually does the trick. So we filmed them the other day. You might have seen the previous video where they were actually in there having a soak. So they've been in 2 days having a soak with that.
Seems to have cleared up.
Seems to have cleared up, although I've been out of the water, they've been dry for a while. That seems to have done them a lot of good as well. So now they are back in their new enclosure. We decided to give them a bit more land area, so there's a bit of sand there for them as well, and a bit of grass, which I quite like. We've had a lot of rainfall, even despite it being sunny. Last 2 days, a lot of rainfall all night and all this morning. And it's kind of flooded this area here as well, which is their natural habitat. They like flooded water meadows and slow moving water, so I think they'll be quite happy with that.
Should we get one out and let them have a wander around on there?
Yeah, they were out earlier on, so we'll see if you want to come out. I'm going to put them on this rock here. It might take a minute just to come round, but they have been wandering about and hiding under the grass. He's not going to perform now, is he?
Just enjoying the sunshine now.
Yeah, not a bad judge. Might try and grab other ones if they're not. It might be shadow out of the way. You coming up, Blair? I think he's found a little sun trap on there. There we go. So giving that turtle up for lost, I really thought I'd lost it. They're so small and to get lost in the garden, I really didn't think they'd turn up again.
As you can see, they've disappeared in the grass and it's not that thick.
And there they are. But I managed to get them back. Very reminiscent of the box tortoise story, isn't it?
Yes.
I lost
Never
my box
give up.
tortoise. And you reported into a place and I laughed and then the place rang. Because somebody handed them in. And I'd given up on this little turtle there. The initial thoughts were to dig a pond into the lawn. Hopefully that I'd attract it back. On the understanding that they'd be rooting around looking for water and they'd seek the water out. And the beautiful camerawoman was very understanding. She was going to let me dig the lawn up, put a small pond there, but in the end we didn't have to. Bring them back alive, Susie. Managed to hose it out from under Wendy House with the nose pipe and recapture it for me. So there you go, spotted turtles totally at home in Britain. After having spent 2 or 3 days loose in the garden. There you go. That's got to be worth a like, hasn't it?
Thanks for watching.
See you later, guys. Bye.